Yo, what's good? We're finally coming to a close on the winter 2022 season, and with a new season right around the corner, it's time I figured out what I'm watching in spring 2022. Logo reveal. Now, you can follow my socials, and if you want to check out my super duper mega trailer reaction, reacting to all the trailers for the spring 2022 season, you can click on this link right up here. It'll take you to that video. Though I want you to keep in mind that if you're watching this video before that video has come out, then you will not see anything there. You'll only see it there after I've released that video, which will come out after this video. So just keep that in mind. Shout out to our amazing patrons that are getting access to the full-length reactions of all of the anime I watch seasonally. And if you would like to join in, you can click the link down in the description to become a patron. And if you're interested in more exclusive reactions that won't be cut up for YouTube for quite a while for series much like the ones you see on your screen now, we've got a tier for that. Also, it turns out that only about 1 out of 4 people is actually subscribed to the channel. Only about 25% of you are subscribed to the channel, which means over 75% of you are not subscribed. And if you enjoy this content, then please do subscribe to the channel because you can help us reach our goal of like 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Also, I do watch a lot of seasonal anime, so if you want to see reactions for all of those, probably easiest to just subscribe. And the final thing to promote, listen, I do reactions to a ton of seasonal anime. So if you want to see the full uncut reactions for all of the anime that I'll be watching in the spring 2022 season, you can join our Patreon. I'll be watching a lot, I can tell you that much. You'll see how many I'm watching by the end of this video. Now, winter had some good anime. Not gonna lie, but I think spring's got it beat. So let's check out what anime's coming up in spring 2022. We're gonna be picking out which ones I'll actually be watching, which ones I won't, which ones are sort of maybes, and you all can help me decide whether I should or should not be watching them. And I'm checking this out on livechart.me. You can head on over there and you will see there's a lot of anime in the spring 2022 anime category. Now, specifically, I will not be looking at the ongoings because that's just stuff like Boruto, One Piece, and then anything that would have carried over from this season, but I don't think there's anything of significance that I'm watching that will carry over. Pretty much everything's ending with this season ending. Now, first up, we've got The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. This is something I've been talking about for a while. In fact, I'm actually doing a rewatch of Shield Hero so that way I don't look like an idiot going into the second season, much like I did with Tensura. By much like I did, I mean I look like an idiot going into the second season of Tensura. I actually watched Tensura just before I watched Rising of the Shield Hero back in 2019, near the end of 2019. I think August and September is when I watched those. And when I finally came around to the new season of Tensura, I did not remember a lot of things, and everyone made it a goal to point out how stupid I was for forgetting such a minute detail in the comments, which I'm sure would happen again if I'm not rewatching. That's why I'm rewatching the series. And if you want to join in one of those rewatches, in fact, I think that this Sunday is the final rewatch. We're going to check out the last 4 episodes of the season. Head on over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JoeFreshest. Follow and make sure you're there. Should be starting around 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time on Sunday. And of course, since it's like anime and stuff, it's not going to be in any VOD form on Twitch. If you want to check out the full rewatches of Shield Hero, you can join our Patreon. Now, there's no synopsis here. I don't even need a synopsis. I think I saw the trailer for this. It was something to do with a giant turtle. And in fact, you can see in the promotional artwork, that's a giant turtle right there. You know, it's got like turtle heads, like eyes, mouth. You know, that little turtle with the shoe. Oh yeah, and he's got all of the homies with him. In fact, they got some people I don't know. Like, that's Raftalia. Okay, cool. That's our boy. That's Philo. Who are you? I don't know. Maybe we're gonna get some new waifus. We'll see. Next up, we've got Kaguya-sama Season 3. Now, here's the thing about Kaguya-sama. I actually love this series, though I did not do any reactions for it. I watched this series before I ever started doing reactions in 2020 when the second season came out. So I actually watched the first season just before the second season came out, and then I watched the second season as it aired, and no regrets, honestly. I love Kaguya-sama. I think it is hilarious, probably my favorite rom-com, though in recent time, we have been getting some pretty good ones, namely another one on this list, and one that just aired this season with My Dress-Up Darling. Also, can't forget one of the GOATs, Oregairu, love that one. Unfortunately, also didn't do reactions for that. Maybe one day. Like, maybe one day I'll do a rewatch. Now, Kaguya-sama's third season, let's just see what the synopsis is here. Obviously, I'm gonna be watching Kaguya-sama, so I'm not actually going to have you all sit through me reading this synopsis. This is like a general synopsis of the series. Now, I hear that this is the best arc in Kaguya-sama, so I'm definitely excited for it, and you bet your ass I'll be watching this series too. Next up, we've got a rising star, a gem that may not be discovered by a few people, though I imagine most of us are pretty aware of Spy Family. Now, Spy Family is a Jump Plus title, which means it gets like a chapter a month, though there are other Jump Plus titles that get a chapter every 2 weeks. So I don't know if this is specifically a chapter a month or a chapter every 2 weeks, something like that. But I know that it is exclusive to Jump Plus, which means it's not part of the, weekly Shonen Jump magazine where you'd see things like Black Clover, My Hero, etc. I actually read the first 2 or 3 chapters of this series back when it had like 10 to 15 chapters, somewhere in that range, and I loved it. So I stopped reading it. I stopped reading it because I had a feeling this is gonna make a really good anime. And sure enough, we finally are getting the adaptation, and I am excited for it. I think that this is gonna be one of those series that maybe isn't getting the views it deserves initially, Ranking of Kings, but there will be a big episode that everyone goes, holy shit, this is amazing, Ranking of Kings. Everyone has a part of themselves they cannot show to anyone else. At a time when all nations of the world were involved in a fierce war of information happening behind closed doors, Ostania and Westalis had been in a state of Cold War against one another for decades. The Westalis Intelligence Services Eastern-focused division, WISE, sends their most intelligent spy, Twilight, on a top-secret mission to investigate the movements of Donovan Desmond, the chairman of Ostania's National Unity Party, who is threatening peace efforts between the two nations. This mission is known as Operation Strix. Yo, isn't that like an Asus brand thing? Strix? ROG Strix or something like that, right? Am I tripping? I feel like that is. Or maybe it's a different thing. Maybe it's not Asus. Maybe it's somebody else. I think it is though. It consists of putting together a family in 1 week in order to infiltrate social gatherings organized by the elite school that Desmond's son attends. Okay. Twilight takes on the identity of psychiatrist Lloyd Forger and starts looking for family members. But Anya, the daughter he adopts, turns out to have the ability to read people's minds, while his wife, Yor, is an assassin. With it being in each other's own interest to keep their facts hidden, they start living together while concealing their true identities from one another. World peace is now in the hands of this brand new family as they embark on an adventure full of surprises. It just sounds so cute and awesome, and I am so excited for it. I've actually done a bunch of trailer reactions already, and you can find those on the channel. If it wasn't obvious, yes, I am watching this. Next up, we've got the second season of Komi. There's no synopsis. I loved the first season. In fact, if you want to check out any of my reactions to the first season of Komi Can't Communicate, you can click this link right up here. It'll take you to that playlist. Yes, I am watching the second season. Obviously, I loved this series, and I can't wait for more of it. We didn't get any confessions, but we got a lot of cute shit, and I just need a lot more of that. Give me all the cute shit. Next up, we've got Data Live 4. I haven't seen any, so I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna be watching it. There's plenty of other things to watch. Even if it is good, I don't know if it is or isn't. It's just not something I'm watching. Next up, we've got Kawaii Dake Ja Nai Shikimori-san. So essentially it is, do we got the English titles? I don't think we can do that, can we? I lied, yes we can. So Shikimori's not just a cutie. I have not seen the trailer for this. No, I lied. I have seen the trailer for this. Yeah, it looks great, man. It looks great. I think this is gonna be another one I'm watching. I love cute anime. What can I tell you? I love cute anime. So, and this one's by Doga Kobo, which is like not a big studio, but they're a significant enough studio to say like, oh, this is probably gonna be a good one. So let's check out the synopsis. The ultimate heartthrob girlfriend appears. Naturally unlucky high school student Izumi's girlfriend is his classmate Shikimori. She has a beautiful smile and kind personality and always seems happy when she's with Izumi. She's a pretty, cute, and loving girlfriend, but when Izumi's in trouble, she transforms into a super cool heartthrob girlfriend. The fun lives of the cute and cool Shikimori, Izumi, and their good friends never end. This 1000% precious romantic comedy begins now. I like that this is like kind of a flip of what we normally see with romantic things, you know? The guy, he's not a Chad. No Chad in him. In fact, he's the cute one to her normally cute self who turns into a Chad. She's a female Chad. I don't know what we call that, but that's what she is. And I watched the trailer. I liked it. I'm excited for it. I will be watching this series. Next up, we've got The Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a Typical Nobody. Now, on first glance, this looks like a replica of The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest. It's just like looking at it real quick, like, damn, dude, I've seen this before, right? No? Oh, okay. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. Honestly, this is one I'm gonna have to leave to you all. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing reactions to it or not. If I do reactions, I might just make them Patreon exclusives and not anything for YouTube. Just because, again, I don't know how much I'm gonna stick with this, and having to edit something for YouTube is more of my time being used for something that might not perform very well, and also I might not really enjoy that much. Because just looking at how I felt about Strongest Sage, wasn't a big fan. Though, admittedly, Strongest Age did feel like a very similar anime to The Misfit of Demon King Academy, which I did find funny and entertaining. So, I don't know. I might like it, I might not. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it all up to you, but let's check out the synopsis anyways. The most powerful demon lord in history, Varvatos. Dude, isn't that really close to... Why do they use V's for demon lord names? Wasn't that Voldigode, right? That's funny. Felt that he had accomplished everything he could as a king. Because he was so alone due to how powerful he was, he longed for a much simpler life. A few millennia later, he is reborn as a villager, Ard Meteor. What the fuck? That is such a cool name. This man's last name is Meteor? I'm jealous. But in the future, where he was reborn, magical civilization had declined and magic itself had become weaker. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? We've seen this before. Ard enrolls in the Academy of Magic with his childhood friend, Irina, who no matter how much he tries not to stand out, he can't hide the fact that he is not ordinary. Oh my god, we've seen this before. He's constantly surrounded by people awestruck by him, and many try to approach him. Meanwhile, the demons of the world, who once struck fear into the hearts of the people, have also gone into hiding. Will the former demon lord be able to achieve the peaceful and mundane life he's always dreamed of? A heroic academy life fantasy filled with chaos is about to begin. Yeah, I'm leaving it in your hands. You all tell me down in the comments, is this a series I'll be watching or not? Because I honestly don't know. I'm probably also gonna end up doing a poll eventually. So keep an eye on the community posts. You might see a poll saying, hey, what undecided anime should we be checking out during the season? And this will probably be in that list. Next up, we've got Skeleton Knight in Another World. Now this one, I think I am going to be watching. Let's check out the synopsis here. When Ark wakes up, he discovers that he has been transported to another world in the body of a character he was playing in an MMO. Looking like a suit of armor on the outside and a skeleton on the inside, he is the Skeleton Knight. If his identity is discovered, he could be mistaken for a monster and become a target. Ark decides to spend his time as a mercenary so as not to attract attention to himself. However, he's not the kind of man who can stand idly by when he witnesses evil acts take place right before his eyes. The isekai fantasy series about the Skeleton Knight's unintentional quest to make the world a better place has arrived. I saw the trailer for it. I liked the trailer for it. I want to watch this anime. This is probably gonna be the isekai that I do 100% watch, you know, beyond Shield Hero, and of course, one that we'll be seeing a little bit later. Next up, we've got I'm Quitting Heroine. Now, this is a series I haven't seen a trailer for and don't know what to expect from it. Yeah, let's check out the synopsis. After saving humanity from the despicable Demon King, Leo Demonheart does not earn a hero's standing. Wow, dude, that's fucked up. Instead, he's regarded with suspicion and hostility by those he fought to protect. Treated as a pariah, with nowhere else to turn, exiled Leo seeks a position in the army of his former nemesis. Oh, shit. But the army is not what it once was before its defeat by Leo's hands. So to maintain his new position, Leo must whip the forces back into fighting shape. So he goes from being like a hero-esque character, defeating the Demon Lord, to joining the Demon Lord's party or the Demon Lord's army because everyone treated him like shit. I like it. That sounds kind of interesting, honestly. And it's a comedy. I love my comedies. This doesn't look like an isekai specifically. It's more of a fantasy, which I'm still down with. So I want you all to let me know down in the comments below, is this a series I should be checking out or maybe not? Next up, we've got Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 3. Now, I've actually seen all of Ascendance of a Bookworm Parts 1 and 2. And in fact, if you want to check out our reactions to Ascendance of a Bookworm, you can click this link right up here. It'll take you to that playlist. Now, at the time of recording this, all of those, like the full 2 seasons are not currently out because we did those on Patreon. They've been out on Patreon for about 2 weeks now, and they will not be fully up on YouTube for another 2.5 weeks. And nonetheless, if you wanted to check out the full-length reactions, you could find those on the Patreon. So keep in mind that early access stuff is only in the freshest tier, so you'd have to be in the freshest tier to see all of those, or you wait the couple of weeks and you'll see all of the stuff in the fresher tier, but you would have to give it some time, just like you would with YouTube. Just wanted to disclose that up front. You know, I don't want to try to trick people into giving me money and shit. That's weird. I don't do that stuff. Next up, we've got a couple of cuckoos? Mixed up with another family's child as a baby, high school student Umino Nagi is finally meeting his biological parents. On the day of their meeting, he happens to encounter Amano Erika, a high school student at a prestigious and wealthy girls' school. At her request, he's half forced into pretending to be her boyfriend so she can avoid marrying her fiance. That's his sister. However, not only were they the babies who had been mixed up, they're also engaged to each other. Okay, so he is the fiance and she wants him to pretend to be the That's kind of weird. Interesting. Okay. All right. The loving parents of both families officially recognize their engagement and the couple begins living together. Wait, what? You recognize their engagement though you know that they're literally siblings. Oh, they're not siblings. Oh, it's a mix up of two different, okay. Oh, okay. Oof, I was about to say, bro. I was about to say, like, what the fuck? Okay, they're not. No, so basically, she lived with his parents and he lived with her parents and he was raised by her parents while she was raised by his parents, biologically speaking. Okay, cool. Interesting. Nagi is in love with her classmate Sagawa Hiro, and Erika is determined to rebel against her father, so the couple agrees not to get involved with each other. The mixed up and chaotic romantic comedy starts now. I might be interested. I'm not gonna lie. I might be interested. Sounds kind of cute, though I am worried that this might turn into, dude, what was that thing? I saw Girlfriend? That shit was garbage. I watched all of it, but it was a bad anime. And I'm worried that this is gonna be something similar to that. Hopefully it isn't, but I think I'm intrigued enough to watch it at least. I don't know about reactions. Maybe we'll do reactions specifically for Patreon. We'll see. And honestly, you all can help me decide if you just leave a comment down below, letting me know that I should watch this series, or maybe letting me know that I shouldn't. Next up, we've got Trapped in a Dating Sim. The world of Otome games is tough for mobs. Now, I did a trailer reaction for this, and in fact, you can click this link right up here. It'll take you to that trailer reaction. And I am on the fence. I'm on the fence about it. I don't know if it's something that I actually want to watch or not, because I just feel like it looks really convoluted. Like there's a lot of shit going on and I just don't know how I'm gonna feel about it. So let's check out the synopsis. Office worker Leon is reincarnated into a dating sim video game where women reign supreme and only beautiful men have a seat at the table. But Leon has a secret weapon. He remembers everything from his past life, which includes a complete playthrough of the very game in which he is now trapped, which by the way, superpower amongst itself. I can't remember playthroughs of any games that I played. Pretty incredible. Good job, Leon. Can Leon spark a revolution to change this new world order? Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Or at least I would find out if I knew whether I should or should not watch it. So I'll need you all to let me know down in the comments below. Is this a series I should be watching or maybe not so much? Next up, we've got Aharen-san wa Hakarenai. I think this is one I might watch because it kind of gives me like very cute vibes, like low-key, it gives me my senpai's annoying vibes. Not gonna lie. But yeah, let's check out the synopsis for this. The story follows the indecipherable daily life of the short and quiet Reina Aharen and Raido, who sits next to her in class. Aharen is not so good at gauging the distance between people or personal boundaries, and Raido initially sensed some distance between the two of them. Then one day, when Raido picked up the eraser that Aharen had dropped, the distance between them suddenly became uncomfortably close. From way too distant to way too close, Aharen is simply unpredictable. Is that what that's supposed to mean? Unpredictable or too close or something? It just looks really cute. I think that I would enjoy it. I think it's got that cute vibe that I enjoy in anime. I think I probably will be checking this out. Next up, we've got Science Fell in Love, so I tried to prove it. R equals 1 minus sine 0? Oh. Second season of Science Fell in Love. Yeah, okay, so this is a second season. Didn't watch the first, not gonna be watching the second. Just keeping it a buck. Next up, we've got The Dawn of the Witch. This looks like another isekai or fantasy. I can't remember who I am, what I am. Seville is a student at the Magic Academy who has no memories of anything from before he joined the school. Isekai? Not understanding why he's there, the time he spends at the academy feels hollow and empty, and since he doesn't know how to work hard, his grades are always the lowest in his class. Then one day, the school headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, orders Seville to participate in a dangerous special training. I want you to spread the word, spread the use of magic in an area where they hold witch hunts. It's only been a few years since the war between the church and the witches came to an end. The world has not yet fully accepted witches and their magic. This is the dawn of the age of witch. This is the story of how a young man, a boy, who is no one special, and his companions, who all hold wounds in their heart, set out and end up finding themselves. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this one either. I think this is gonna have to go into that fantasy isekai category where I just don't know if I'm gonna be watching the series or not. Just another series for you all to let me know down in the comments below. Is this one I should watch or maybe not? Now, I'm gonna be listing a lot that are ones I'm up in the air about, and I'm probably only gonna choose like 1 or 2 of those. So just keep that in mind. Should I be watching this, or maybe it's not really worth it? Next up, we've got Love After World Domination. This has got some ecchi in it. The series follows Fudo Aikawa and Desumi Magahara, the leaders of heroic and villainous organizations respectively. Oh. Can their love survive their eternal battle when one wants world peace and the other world domination? I think I might watch that. Regardless of whether, I think I want to watch this nonetheless, like no matter what. We might be watching this one. It might be one of those series that I watch, even if it's just exclusively for Patreon. I think this is one that I will watch. It sounds kind of cute. Sounds kind of cute. Next up, we've got Summertime Rendering, which is 100% one that I will be watching. I actually did see the trailer for it, by the way, but I watched the trailer like a month after the actual trailer release, and I don't tend to release those trailer reactions if they're that late because it's gonna be a 10 out of 10 video, which is gonna fuck with the algorithm for the videos. So I tend to try to react to a trailer within 3 days of it releasing, and honestly, the sooner the better. So if it's same day, awesome. Next day, maybe 2 days, I really don't know. And then 3 days and beyond, not really. I'm not gonna react to it. Honestly, you just gotta take advantage of those things because when a new trailer drops, people look for reactions for it. But if enough time goes by, they're not really looking for the reactions for it. Now, I'll go over the synopsis here. It is very much like mystery. I'm excited, honestly. I am actually excited, and it's OLM, which is the same studio that does Komi. They do Komi. Upon hearing of Ushio's death, Shinpei returns to his hometown of Wakayama City on Hitogashima and reunites with his childhood friend's family. The funeral goes smoothly, but under the surface, something strange is brewing on the island. What mysteries await him on this secluded summer island? Right? It's a mystery series. Now, the synopsis doesn't really give it a lot of justice. Watch the trailer. Trust me, it looks like an interesting series, and I'm excited. Oh, it's also 2 cores, which means we're gonna go spring into summer, which just means I'm gonna have another anime to watch in summer, which I'm not at all opposed to. Next up, we've got The Executioner and Her Way of Life. Now, I don't know what this is, but it is JC staff, which hit or miss. When interdimensional travelers from an otherworldly land known as Japan appear, they often bring death and destruction. Oh shit, when people get isekai, they bring death and destruction. What the fuck? It's up to executioners like Menno to track and exterminate the lost ones before they wreak havoc. When Menno encounters a beguiling lost one named Akari, it's bloody business as usual until Menno discovers Akari can cheat death, that is. Even so, Menno has a job to do, and she is committed to her executioner's mission, come hell or high water, provided her newly stirring feelings don't get in the way. Oh, newly stirring feelings. A little bit of Yuri, right? That's the term? Yaoi and Yuri. Yeah, Cutie. I don't know. Doesn't sound super interesting. Actually, I'm lying, dude. It does kind of sound interesting. It does kind of sound interesting. It's basically, I like how it's saying like, oh, when people get isekai'd from Japan, they're actually assholes. It's kind of funny. I find that to be like a funny, different dynamic that we normally it's like, oh, you get isekai'd, you're the hero, you're the savior of our world. But not this time. That's kind of cool. I like that. Next up, we've got Tomodachi Game, which is like friend game. That's essentially like friend. Okay, high school student Katagiri Yuichi, and this is a psychological one, so. Who values friendship above all else, enjoys a fulfilling life with his close friends Sabagiri, Shiho, and Mikasa Tenji, Shibe Makoto, and Kokorogi Yutori. Now I imagine the guy in the middle is probably the main character. However, after a particular incident, They're dragged into a debt repayment game. The only way to beat the Tomodachi game is to not doubt their friends. Bound together by solid friendships, the game should have been easy, but will they trust or betray their precious friends? The true nature of humanity is exposed in the ultimate psychological game. It's kind of like Squid Game, except you're friends with everyone already, right? Kind of gives me like a Squid Game vibe. Or, you know, it also kind of gives me like an Alice in Borderland vibe, or it kind of gives me like a Darwin's Game vibe. Also, kind of gives me... We've seen a similar thing to it. But listen, dude, psychological, kind of fuck with it, dude. I kind of fuck with like psychological thriller stuff. I might watch this. Let me know down in the comments. Is this a series I should be watching or not? Now, by the way, for most of these series that I'm saying, should I be watching this or not? I might end up just doing a first episode reaction regardless to see how you know, YouTube and stuff gauges these things. Like, if the first episode doesn't really get that many views, maybe people aren't searching for it all that much. If the first episode does get a lot of views, maybe people are searching for it. So that's one of the things I am going to be contemplating when it comes to these series. But yeah, I'm on the fence, though I think I'm leaning more towards yes than no. Next up, The Demon Girl Next Door 2. So it sounds like second season of The Demon Girl Next Door. Haven't seen the first season, so I think we are going to not be watching it. Next up, we've got Don't Hurt Me, My Healer, a fantasy and adventure comedy starring Carla, a dark elf cleric who invested too much of her in her insulting skills, and Alvin, a swordsman who has put up with her antics. Looks like it might be cute, but I don't think it would perform very well. I don't think it's gonna perform well at all. I don't think this is a series I'm gonna be watching, but of course, you know, you can always let me know down in the comments if I should be watching it. Next up, we've got To Become a Real Heroine, The Unpopular Girl, and The Secret Task. I don't know this studio either. Hiyori left her hometown to pursue her passion, track and field, by enrolling in Tokyo's Sakuragaoka High School. Looking for a part-time job in Tokyo, she ended up working as an apprentice manager for her classmates and Lip members. Oh, is that that sounds like an idol group. Yujiro Someya and Aizo Shibasaki. The story revolves around the coming of age of Hiyori as she juggles school, extracurricular life, and managing, and Lip as they shine on stage. Oh, it's like a boy band sort of thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are boy names. Gotcha. Interesting. Honestly, kind of interesting. Maybe that's something I'll watch. If this said Cloverworks, I'd be watching it because it sounds like something Cloverworks would kill. I don't know how well it'll turn out though. The music. What, this is based on music? Okay, I don't know how to feel about that actually. Next up, we've got Black Rock Shooter Downfall. I think this is a second season. I don't think this is like a first season. I think we saw something else, right? Nonetheless, I don't think this is gonna be something I'm gonna be watching, so I'm just gonna skip over reading it. Same with this one, In the Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki. Oh, Cloverworks. Hold on, let's read it. Deep in the remote mountains, a group of Kunoichi, these are female ninjas, have lived. The name of the group is the Akane clan. The unique Kunoichi are divided into several teams, and they polish their skills through friendly rivalry, and the Akane clan has an ironclad rule that must not be broken: no contact with men. Tsubaki, an apprentice Kunoichi, is the leader of the Akane clan's dog team and a master of ninjutsu that even the leader of the clan recognizes. She's the most trusted person in the group. There is one thing about Tsubaki she can't stop thinking about. It's men that she has never seen or touched before. I want to meet him once. The more she thinks about it, the more the tingling in her chest would not stop. What should I do with this feeling? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be reacting to it, but I might just watch it. Like how I'm watching Akebi's sailor uniform. I might just watch this one, just chill in and watch it. But I don't know. Next up, we've got AOASHI, and this is done by Production IG, and it is a sports manga. Yes, I will be watching it. The other sports manga that I can think of that are done by Production IG would be like Haikyuu, and even though I wasn't a big fan of the series, Kuroko no Basket, they also did that, and it looked good. I just didn't like I don't like superpower shit, you know? Which is essentially what we're gonna get with Blue Lock, but I don't know, we'll see how I feel about Blue Lock. This one is supposed to be more of like a story rather than Blue Lock, which is battle shonen sports. This is an actual story, much like Ahiru no Sora or Slam Dunk or Haikyuu, or you know what I'm saying? So this one should be pretty interesting. And yeah, I'm gonna be watching it. I don't even have to read over this. I'm going to be watching it. I actually recently did a trailer reaction. If you wanna check that out, you can click this link right up here. It'll take you to that video. Next up, we've got another Madoka Magica spin-off thing. Now, I have not seen Madoka Magica, but I will be starting the series on Sunday for the freshest exclusive tier on Patreon. If you are interested, you know, join the tier. You can wait until next month if you want. That way you can save a little bit of money. We'll probably finish it sometime not in, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing more than just the normal story. Am I gonna do the spin-offs? We'll decide when I'm actually talking to everybody on Patreon as we get closer to the end. But we'll probably finish the actual first season of it in not April, but May. So this is one I'm not watching, is what I'm saying essentially. Next up, Tiger and Bunny 2. Not gonna be watching that. I think it's done with like CG and you know, like, I don't know. Next up, RPG Real Estate, Slice of Life, not really my thing. It is a decent studio, but listen, I already know it's not gonna be something I'm watching. Oh wait, maybe this was the one I was thinking of with the second season. Build Divide Code White, because there was already a Code Black. Huh. So I don't think I'm gonna be watching any of these. Eventually I wanna watch Kingdom. Hopefully, you know, everybody on Patreon, you know, hook it up. I do wanna watch that eventually. But as of now, I don't really know if I will. Honestly, this needs to get I don't know how this has not been translated into English yet. Pretty wild. It's like a big manga. And yeah, just looking at the other ones here, I'm not really interested in them. Though I do want to bring up the fact that there are some other things I'm interested in, like potentially this thing, Summer Ghost. It's a supernatural thing. You know, I fuck with supernatural. Bubble we will be watching Bubble, so you can expect reactions for that. Odd Taxi, we will be watching that. I loved Odd Taxi. Now I know that it's more or less like a recap, but maybe I can get Diana to watch with me. I think that might be worth it, you know? That's pretty much it for the movies, I think. So that's everything that I am watching in the spring 2022 anime season. Now, just to recap it all, Shield Hero, yes. Kaguya, yes. Spy Family, yes. Komi, yes. Date Alive, no. Shikimori's not just a cutie, yes. Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a typical nobody, I don't know, maybe. You guys let me know down in the comments. So that's one you gotta let me know down in the comments. Skeleton Knight, yes. That's 6 so far that I'm watching. I'm quitting Heroine. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Should I be watching that or not? That's 2 already that I want you to let me know in the comments. Ascendance of a Bookworm, yes. So that means 7 yeses. Couple of Cuckoos, yes. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. So that's 8. Trapped in a Dating Sim, maybe. So that makes 3 so far for the maybes. Aharen, yes. Science, Fell in Love, no. Dawn of the Witch, maybe. So that's 4 maybes now. 4 maybes, 8 yeses. Love After World Domination, I don't know if I should do reactions for it, but I probably will watch it regardless. Another maybe. 5 maybes so far. That's a lot of maybes, man. Summertime Rendering, yes. The Executioner and Her Way of Life, maybe. Tomodachi Game, maybe. So that's 7 maybes. And then no. Maybe this one too. Let me know down in the comments. Should I watch this one or not? Should I do reactions? I just don't know. So that's 8 maybes. In the Heart of Kunoichi, maybe. 9 maybes and 9 yeses, because I'm also gonna be doing AOASHI. Damn, 9 maybes and 9 yeses. By the way, if you are interested in checking out any of the full-length reactions for any of the anime that I will be watching in spring, you can join our Patreon in April. You don't have to join like right now. You know, wait, save some money. Unless you want to join now and get a leg up on all of the stuff I've already reacted to. Maybe you just want to wait until next month, whatever, you know, all up to you. And in fact, if you don't want to, that's fine too. But you do have to subscribe to the channel. That's contractually obligated. By watching this video, you signed a contract saying that you would subscribe. So make sure you do that. I just want you all to let me know, should I watch In the Heart of Kunoichi, To Become a Real Heroine, Tomodachi Game, The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Love After World Domination, The Dawn of the Witch, Trapped in a Dating Sim, I'm Quitting Heroine, and The Greatest Demon Lord is Reborn as a typical nobody. Those are all my maybes. You all let me know down in the comments. You know what I am gonna watch. You know what I'm sort of on the fence about. I would just love to hear from you all down in the comments. What do you think I should be watching? Second of all, what are you gonna be watching? You can leave a comment about both down in the comments. That sounded so fucking redundant and dumb. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, then like the video and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss another one if you're interested in anime-themed content, since that's what we make on the channel. And until next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace.